Next, I will use some dark brown professional water stain, and I will apply this in the same method. I will put some onto my sponge. I will blot it on a piece of paper towel or newspaper, and then I will start with this on the edge only. You'll notice I'm making the edge quite dark. Then as my sponge dries out some, I will go a little further in a circular motion and fade the brown, or fade the dark brown into the light brown. And we will continue this all the way around the outer perimeter. Next, I will pour some of the water stain into a dish, and then I will carefully apply to the edge. All the way around. I will also color the tabs with a dauber, as you can see. I'll do the edges first, and then I do the surface. And we'll do this to all 20 of these pieces. Put them aside to dry. Next, we will set eyelets in the eyelet holes that we've punched. We'll set the eyelet in the anvil, as you can see. Turn the piece over, push the eyelet through the hole, and with the setter, we'll tap it lightly and rotate it until it gets down tight. And we'll do the same thing then with all of the other eyelets. After we have installed all of our eyelets, it's now time to install the connector strip, and this will go, the two front pieces where we will meet, and we will have buckles going across. We will line the two pieces up, and lay my connector strip on there, and with the pen or an awl, I'll make a mark, and then we will apply cement to this area along here. It will go just a little bit past the first hole, as you can see. Now I'm using water-based contact cement, and I will also apply water-based contact cement to 1/2 of the connector strip. And we'll set this aside and let it dry until it gets tacky. I have allowed my cement to dry until it's tacky, and now I can carefully place the connector strip, as you can see, and I'll rub it into place. Next, I will take a 1/8 inch drive punch and go through the holes that we punched previously and go through the connector strip. And we'll do this all the way down. These holes will be punched in the first row only, not the second row. And now, as you can see, we have the first row of holes will secure the connector strap. Next, we will attach the buckle tabs to the front part of the corset. We'll do the tongue end on the side where we have attached the connector strap. So we'll do that by pushing a rivet from the bottom up through. We'll place the tab over the post. We'll put a rivet cap over the post. And with the rivet setter, we will set the rivet. Now we will do the same thing to the other rivet in the other hole. Put the cap over the post and set it. We will do this now with the other 8 tabs. We will attach the buckle tab and the buckle to the other side. We'll first put the tab through the buckle, pull the tongue up through the slot, put the end down in the back, and fold the 2 pieces together, matching up the holes. Then we will take a rivet post. We'll go through the hole, set the tab over, bring the post up through the 2 matching holes on the tab, put a cap in place, and with the setter, we'll set the rivet. And we'll do that to the other hole in that same tab. And we will continue with the other 8. Now that we have attached all of our eyelets and tabs for the buckles, it's time to start the main assembly. And the first thing we'll do is take a sponge and thoroughly dampen the back side of these pieces. Very important to get these very damp, because we will need to be shaping them as we assemble them. We will begin by using a small rivet, as you can see, going in the first hole, putting the cap in place, and with the setter, we'll set this rivet. And now we will do the next hole in the same manner. As you can see, it's important to have the leather damp so that we can manipulate it. And we'll put the second rivet in place. And now we will do the third rivet. And we will continue with these rivets down the length of these two sections. Please note that as we put these together that it's forming now. After we get these rivets in, we will push it back, as you can see, forming the area for the breast. Now we will continue all the way down. Please note now as we rivet, the corset is beginning to take shape to match the body shape, and we will continue now putting our rivets all the way down to the bottom. Now that we have attached our line of rivets all the way from the top to bottom, we can reverse this, and as you can see, this will now shape nicely to the body. Now we will continue by adding the other parts. And as you can see, I'm riveting the next part to the first two parts in the same manner. And now I will dampen the number 4 part on this side and rivet it together. Please note as we put this fourth piece in, because of the curve, it will form to the curvature of the body. So don't be concerned when it's a little difficult to match up these holes. And this finishes one half of our corset. We will now do the same thing and assemble the other half. After we have all the parts riveted together for both sides, we can now take some 1/8 inch suede lace and do a stitch down the 2 adjustments on each side, just like you were lacing a pair of shoes, and the same thing all the way down the center of the back. And the corset is now ready to use.